Hey, what's up, my freaks and geeks? Today, it's Messin, and it's today also. I don't know why I was gonna say that, but today, I'm gonna be talking about why I got into LARP. So, beforehand, I just want to let you guys know that this is a more serious video for me. I'm gonna give some warnings about the content in it, because it does have some graphic content, stuff that are very sensitive issues for people. So, the story contains stuff about suicide, depression. It contains about like sexual assault and rape, abuse. Oh no. See, even this is sad that I have to talk about this, but I just want to let you guys know ahead of time, so if you're not comfortable with these topics, or they bring up bad memories and all that kind of jazz, you can just click away now, because it's gonna get serious. It's about to get serious in here. I know it's hard to believe, a 17-year-old getting serious? Who would have thunk? Okay, so this really revolves around my main reason, which was confidence. I know, from all those warnings I gave, you're like, confidence? That doesn't sound so bad, but the story behind it on why I needed to really use LARP to build my confidence has all that nitty-gritty in there. So I chose this because at first I thought it was just a fun hobby, but I kind of realized subconsciously I picked it because I wanted to build my confidence. Every character I've made has been a strong, independent woman who doesn't take no for an answer. And I used to be that way. But then, around 2 years ago in grade 10, my first ever real relationship, it didn't go well. Did not go well. I was actually in an emotionally abusive relationship. So when I met them, first off, it was kind of rocky from the beginning. Not for me, but for my parents, because when I met him, he was actually a girl. I was fine with it. It felt completely natural. I'm like, nope, this is normal. But my parents were definitely it's a phase. So, I also had to hide it from some of my family members and stuff. Like, my mom told me, don't tell your grandmother about this. I couldn't even open up my relationship. But so the first little bit was actually the puppy love stage. We were doing great, honestly, and I felt like I was in love. I was dating basically my best friend, but around January, when he actually revealed to me that he was trans and that he was coming up, I helped him pick out a name. And this is significant because not really because he was transitioning. I was fine with that. This was where we started going out of our puppy love stage, and where things started to get a bit more serious. So I was actually, just to kind of sum it up, it started off with things like he would tell me he was sad if I would go to bed at a certain time. And then I would tell him I would have to go to bed again after I stayed up a little later. He would tell me he would be sad. And so I would stay up until I would pass out. And it affected my grades a bit because of the fact I was basically doing anything he could to not make him sad. Because just as a kind of thing, he had depression. So I was doing everything in my power to try and make him happy. But as the months went on and time passed, it turned from being sad to I'll kill myself. The first time I read it, I was honestly dumbfounded. I couldn't believe this person I loved was threatening to end their own life. I was concerned. I stayed up, I wrote paragraphs upon paragraphs telling him how much I love him, how much everyone else loves him, how he shouldn't do it, trying to, talk him off that ledge, and it worked. But I thought it'd be of course, I knew that kind of came with the whole package. He had told me how he had cut himself before, how he had tried to commit suicide, so I knew what I was getting into. But it got more frequent, and I didn't expect that. It started becoming such commonplace. Just to give you an idea of how common it became, I remember one day in my bed, he told me he was going to kill himself, and it got to the point where I went, oh no, don't do it, and then tapped back on my phone to the YouTube video I was watching. And no one should reach a point where someone telling them that they're going to commit suicide becomes as simple as saying, "Hi, hello, how are you?" Like, that's how common it became. It was as if he was saying hello to me. It was just like, "Oh, just another day, gotta answer the same thing." Like, and he actually later, when I got back in contact with him, or at least tried to, he admitted to me that a lot of the time it actually was just for attention. Because I'll get into that part later, but, so I became a complete doormat for him, honest to God. He started cutting me off from people, my family. He started making me distance my family, like kind of telling me like, "Oh, your dad's being really," oops, my battery's low, but, telling me kind of how like my dad's being like borderline abusive to me, which was untrue. How my mom was really rude to me. He was trying to get me to go away from my family. He cut me off from my friends. He told me he didn't like me hanging out with our friends. It made him upset when I hung out with his friends. He even accused me of cheating on him at one point with my lady friend, which her name's Lauren, because she said I could say her name. So he accused me on cheating with my friend Lauren. He wouldn't let me role play with my friend Lauren. We ended up having to hide it. He started to demand seeing my phone. He would check my phone constantly to check who I was talking to, like what I was saying to people. Like, I was completely under his thumb. I had no control over what I was doing because I was so scared he was going to end his life. I didn't do anything about it really. And I only knew him. I solely hung out with him at this, like, pretty much he was all I knew. I only hung out with him outside of school. I only talked to him at lunch, after school. He was my whole world at this point. I had completely forgotten how to interact with other people. And it showed when I actually came back from portage camp at the end of the summer, and I distinctly remember sitting in my mom's car. Sorry. I remember sitting in my mom's car and just looking at my phone. I was just talking to her after, I got over like, "Oh, how was the trip?" That kind of talk. And I remember, oh God, I'm crying. Sorry, but I remember just looking at my phone as I turned it back on, because my mom had been holding it, and saying out loud, "I wonder if he had killed himself yet." And I was 15, 16 at the time. I shouldn't have been thinking about that kind of stuff. I was constantly worried. Oh God. I was constantly worried that when I went away on vacations or trips or summer camps, that while I was gone, he would be dead. And sorry, you can kind of see that it's still affecting me to this day. My mom, of course, told me to, end it with him. And I didn't want to at first. I couldn't imagine life without him. Like I said, all I knew was him. He was really the only person I hung out with, my best friend. I was madly in love, and so I ended up going back to school, and I ended it, and he was crying on the ground. He was heartbroken, and I turned my back on him. And sometimes, I kind of wonder if we could have been friends if I stayed there. But I know now that I made the right choice. Whew. That's not where it ends, though. The tears are not done running. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so quickly after that, he ended up getting a new girlfriend, because apparently he told me, because I constantly tried to get back in contact with him after that, but it was a lot of failed attempts. And he told me how he actually started crushing on this girl while we were still dating. So that wasn't fun to hear, because I had actually at this point not had gotten over him, because it wasn't my choice to end the relationship. It was my parents'. It was the right choice, but it wasn't my choice at the time. So I was still in love. And he did the same abusive pattern he did to me. He constantly told her that he was going to kill himself for attention, and for her own mental health, she ended up breaking up with him. And later on, she revealed to me that he said that I was bipolar, that I would always get mad at him and then instantly become happy and act like nothing had ever happened, which hurt my feelings, honestly. But I can say, honest, I was pretty mean to him for a while because I was upset. I wasn't over him, but he was already over me so fast, and I felt used because we were almost in a relationship for a whole year just for him to drop me. And I would constantly complain to my friends, and thank God, I'm so thankful to the fact they stuck through me with that, because I swear he was just my vocabulary. I just spewed words about him. Like, I wouldn't shut up about him. But I ended up, after a while, finding out he said that he did that because of the fact that he had multiple personality disorder. And that part of it was that he lashed out when he felt really bad anxiety or something. He lashed out, and his way of lashing out would be to tell people he would kill himself. He never once apologized for what he did to me. He always seemed to kind of turn it around. Oh, goodness. And make it my fault. And I need to get it together. My God, I'm a mess. I didn't know I'd be crying this much. Because I rehearsed this beforehand. I'm like, no, I'm good. You got this, girl. But as you can see, my face is bright red and I am like a river running tears. Okay, but he ended up telling me, like, you know, that it was he made it seem like it was my fault for all that. It was really classic manipulation, and I ended up being the one apologizing to him. He made me feel so shitty about it. But oh my goodness, I realized, you know, after a while, and like a year of therapy, that I wasn't in the wrong. That, goodness me, this is so emotional, I'm sorry, but, you know, that I was a victim. I didn't really think about it for a while. Oh my God, you can't even understand me. I just sound like, let me say that again once, you know, the tears have decided to pass. But I realized that, you know, what I went through wasn't normal. I always, let me grab Kleenex. Oh, this is why I didn't wear much makeup in this video. Oh, I'm so happy. My eyeliner would be literally gone. My $2 waterproof eyeliner would be gone. Okay. I think I have it back together now. Oh, looking as fly as ever, right? But I realized through my friends and stuff and my therapist that, you know, it was classic manipulation, and I have been abused. And it took a while to really, you know, accept that fact. That, because I thought that to be abused, I had to be hit. That someone just had to smack me across the face. I thought it was only physical. I never really realized what I was going through was, you know, wrong. And, happy place now. And after that, I kind of started getting into LARP and a lot heavier, and I realized after watching Cheyenne's or LARP House's video on, you know, how LARPing cured my anxiety, which I'll put down below because it was kind of life-changing. That why am I crying? I'm saying happy things. That I could, you know, work through my confidence issues, because after I know, like, I left, it's hard to think about, but I couldn't interact with people properly. I was basically a stranger in my own body. I was nothing like I used to be. I miss the garbage, oh no. But I couldn't interact with people. I didn't know how to socialize with other people because I had gotten so used to just being with him that I completely forgot social skills. I'm gonna be honest here. I was only used to talking to him. So in the beginning, I treated everyone the way I would treat him, which of course didn't work out because everyone's different, but I had isolated myself for like almost a whole year just to him. And oh goodness, my battery's getting even lower. And so I knew LARP could help me gain the social skills and the confidence that I had lost. And even going for one session, I noticed a bit of a difference, honestly. As weird as it sounds and as cliche as it sounds, I noticed a difference just after one session. It was a small difference, but it was a step in the right direction. And that's kind of why I got into LARPing. I know, very heavy video. I feel like I'm suffocating you guys with emotions and my river of tears as I tried to cry my way through that video. But I think this can kind of help people, because I'm not saying use LARP as therapy. It's not a healthy way to deal with your problems, but if it's something simple like confidence issues or social skills, trying to get out of your shell more, LARP will 1,000% help you. And I can't recommend it more than ever. So if you're thinking about, you know, doing it, but you're scared that you can't do it because, say, your social skills aren't up to date, really, or, you know, you don't have enough confidence, make someone who's confident, play someone who's confident, and it will make you confident. I promise. And yeah, I'll be posting, I swear to God, this is like probably the only really emotionally heavy video I'm gonna be doing like this. So, yeah, I hope you guys liked it, I guess. Maybe you cried, maybe you laughed a bit at me, my jokes, as I desperately tried to get my tears back in control. But, I at least hope you guys got something out of this from me sharing my story. And, yeah, so I'll see you guys later, and I promise there's going to be more lighthearted videos after this. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later, like I said. Bye-bye.